Yeah, let's see if I can just send you those numbers. And I actually, Tatum, I had a little hiccup myself. My computer charger, my laptop charger is not with me.
Uh-oh.
So I know I normally have all that stuff. I'm at work. So I'm going to be using my phone. And it kind of sucks. I didn't want to cancel on you because last time I don't think you could.
Yeah.
And yeah, all that stuff. I just sent you the numbers just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's something on my end or what, but I'll try it again.
I got a hint. Tap on, if you can, like after you log in again, tap on your phone screen. Maybe it'll bring up an option for you to be able to enable your camera.
Okay. So it keeps saying it's not supported, and then the whole app like crashes out on me. So I don't know what's going on with it. Do you want me to like figure it out and call back, or can we do it like this? I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, try logging out and logging back in again. See if that helps out. What is up, Monkey's uncle? Forgot I had the chat going down here.
Yeah, sorry, it just keeps crashing on me. The whole like app for Zoom, and then if I try to open it in a browser, it doesn't work either. So I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, that's cool. You could just be a guest as a disembodied voice, our first disembodied voice guest.
Okay, I guess. I mean, as long as you can hear me okay.
Yeah, well, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, let me get something else real quick.
And Rob's the other disembodied voice. I'm the only one that's present on screen. Don't want to freak the people out.
And then what was your name again? I'm so sorry.
Mole Man. I go by Mole Man, but
Mole
everyone,
Man?
yeah, but Manny. So.
Oh man, yeah, okay, makes sense.
I gotta tell you, I get wrestler vibes from your name.
Really? That's a first.
Yeah.
Oh wait, because that Dave Bautista or whatever his name is.
Oh, that's who it is. Okay.
It can, yeah.
It's like, why is that name?
Yeah, I have people ask. Either it's, do you know Dave Bautista or Channing Tatum? So neither one of those people.
So sorry to disappoint everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. You're in the main group, right?
Yeah, you too. Yeah. Is there other groups?
No, I just get this one and the Corolla group, and then the Endless Rhinos group.
All right, I'm here. Sorry. All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the Corolla one.
Oh, okay.
All right.
as far as Monkey's uncle go, I don't know where Chris is at today. He just said he couldn't make it. He'll fill us in next week.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Facebook or real world jail. Hey, what's up? Oh, hold on. Okay. There we go. Oh, shit. All right. All right. Or yeah, the page. By
Do you have like a live chat going on somewhere?
Yeah, there's
On
on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'll have to see if I can get on there.
It's not going to cause any of your phone or applications to crash, will it?
I hope not. If
Okay.
you had enough crashing for one day, hopefully this won't do that either.
Oh no, were you in an automobile accident?
No,
Okay.
no, just work.
Okay. Wait, do you work at a crash test dummy facility?
I do actually, yeah.
Shut the fuck up, really?
No, I wish I did. And I
Ah.
do correct now.
Manny,
Just
did you
a
know that the
bunch
word?
of.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, did you know, Manny, the
Oh.
word? I don't even know. Whatever. I forgot the joke.
Oh my god. Man, you interrupted our guest for
Crash
that.
test dummy?
No, gullible. Manny, do you know that the word gullible is not in the dictionary?
You don't say.
I'm kidding.
Oh shit.
All right.
Someone
Okay, we're
just censored Monkey's uncle. They retracted his message. I wonder what it was that he typed.
or maybe it was him.
Damn. This is the first unsolved mystery on Endless Ranters.
Can I do a okay. Okay, well the post is up.
All right. If the post is up, then let me just start recording the audio and we'll do this. All right. 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Endless Ranters, and welcome to another episode of your world famous podcast, Endless Ranters. I am your host, Mole Man. I am once again doing this intro because Chris doesn't love us anymore. And joining me today is everyone's favorite soon to be Papa Spotlight. What up, Robbie? It's been a minute.
What up, homies? How's it going?
Shit, just another Wednesday over here, you know. And I have to say, on today's episode, well, we're always disembodied voices, but today, especially for the YouTube crowd, we have our first disembodied voice guest, first ever Endless Ranter appearance. Tatum, Bautista, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, making time out of your busy schedule to, you know, cut loose, have some fun, hear about your Corolla origin story.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys could pencil me into your busy schedule. So Looking forward to it.
Right on. Well, Robbie was the one that reached out to you, right? Or did you reach out to him?
Oh no, I reached
Well,
out
he
to her.
reached out to me.
Yeah, she can be pretty snarky on the comments, and I'm like, hey, we like that. Yeah, a
Me,
little snark.
snarky? I don't think
Yeah,
so. I don't know about all that.
little snark here and there, but we enjoy all that.
Or maybe that's just, how Robbie comes over here and views you. He's like, this chick is snarky. I like it.
Oh yeah, we don't like. Yeah, exactly.
Says more about him than it does about you.
Well, it's just like when
No, I like
when
I like it.
yeah, it's snark's fun. It's fun. I like the snark. Yeah. So you're so okay. A lot of us, we all actually met on the Adam Carolla podcast fan group page on Facebook, right? You're kind of not pretty new on there, right? Not even a year has it been?
Well, I used to be on there years ago, and then I
And you
left
came
it
back
for a while, and then I came back. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it under the same name?
Yeah.
Okay, I usually
You
do
mean
my
the same
research.
name of the group or me? Or
your same name.
Yes. My name has remained the same. Yeah.
Oh wow. You good enough then. I don't remember that.
You didn't do your full research, it sounds like, if you didn't know that.
I don't think so.
Because I even looked myself up and I saw some stuff from several years ago on there.
You know, maybe I did. I did do my research. I'm sure I did. Yeah, but okay. That sounds good. We we like to we like to kind of go back and forth on hot topics and comments, and obviously we comment on the daily shows. What's been going on the shows, right, Manny?
Yep, as much as we can.
Yeah,
I know some of us have a difficult time keeping up, others don't, but we still like to have our fun with it.
Yeah, I don't right now. For those who are watching, I'm computerless right now, so I'm thankfully my boy B Frank is helping me out. You've been on in the group since 2015. There you go. I'm sure. Like I always look through the statuses and see how we know people and if they're fun and if they're and if they're not douchebags. No, we don't want to have douchebags, on the show. And
no, I wouldn't want that either.
Yeah, we it's happened. Well, I don't know if it's happened, but sometimes we get we talk to weird people. I mean, weird is good, but good weird.
Right. There's a line there. There's weird good and weird bad. So how far back do you two go? Because I was looking on, like, I'm on a message board, or I was on a message board called Dime for Scale, like not even on Facebook. It's like an actual old school message board. Are you guys on that, or were you ever on that one?
No.
Okay.
No. I forget. I can't check right now. I forget when I joined the group, but it was the year that that it was made like official. We've got OGs like B Frank is an OG, and Jeff Lee, right? He's an OG. He's been on the show, and Manny, you've been around for a long time too, right?
I actually do remember being on a message board back when Carolla was on KLSX, but I don't remember if the website address was Dime for Scale, but there was
okay.
But there was a Carolla message board that I was active for a bit, but then it was way worse than I'd say the Facebook group is, as far as like, the back and forth and the bullshit arguments. Is like, this is
because it's fully anonymous, because you have to have screen names. There's no like names and pictures, and it's just it was a shit show. But so I go way back, liking Carolla and Loveline Drew all the way to 95.
Damn, so basically
I'm a real old school fan since I was a kid. So that's how far back I go. I don't know about the message or the Facebook page, but as far as like Adam in general, I would say I started listening to Loveline in '95 when I was 11.
How'd you find out about Loveline?
By listening to the radio as a kid, just being like not going to sleep, tuning through the radio, hearing this guy on the radio going on rants. His analogies are what hooked me back then. Like, I loved his just random comparisons to everything, and I just thought they were so funny and spot on, like even at that age. So, and then of course, just listening to the show in general and getting the, Drew and Adam's opinions. I was really a huge Drew fan and always have been. Like, Dr. Drew is one of my heroes, I guess. But Adam is just, brings the comedy and just kind of balanced out Drew. So that's how I really started being a fan of Adam.
Okay. So it started with Loveline?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
just old school radio Loveline, not even MTV. I didn't watch the Man Show, just always listened to. Sometimes I'd watch MTV, but usually it was just every night, 10 to 12 on the radio, listening to them.
Were you not allowed to watch the TV, or you just didn't care for it?
We had a TV, but not like cable or anything. So It's just, it was just easier to listen to the radio and more obscure. My parents didn't know what I was doing, obviously. So,
wait, would they have cared if they did?
I think they may have had a problem with some of the content and their young daughter listening to it, but
were you raised in a religious household?
Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very much so. So I don't think it would have flown, some of the stuff that they talked about, but it really wasn't even about like the sex advice for me. It was more just Adam and his going off on his rampages, and I just found it hilarious. So, and he's always been the same. So just had to stick with him for years.
Right on. Where'd you grow up?
Yeah.
I grew up outside of Portland, but in a small town in Washington State.
Gotcha.
So up in the Northwest.
Are you still in that area?
Yeah, I'm outside of Portland now, but in Oregon, so not too far.
We might have bumped into you at one of these shows. Did you ever go see him in Portland? Did you go to the Not Taco Bell Material taping, the special?
I didn't. That's one thing. I've never seen him in person, because every time he comes out, there's like always something else going on, so it's never worked out for me. I would love to see him in person, but I just haven't had the chance to.
He never forgets Portland. I think he likes going there, or it makes it easier for him. I don't know, but it's one of the places I think he goes. Obviously, California, his area, all the time, and then Portland. I think it never fails. He always has to go there. So you're gonna have another chance, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I think he comes out pretty frequently. I've never been able to. I think he has like a stepsister who lives out here or something. He's mentioned it a couple times, like coming out for vacations and seeing her and like going rafting and stuff like that. Yeah. Hopefully he comes out soon.
Okay. You said you liked his rants, throughout the years and from the beginning. Do you have a favorite rant?
I really don't. And I know that's an unsatisfying answer, but it's just, everything he says is hilarious to me. So I can't just name like one thing or something that, particularly sticks out. I like how he has been so consistent throughout his whole life, though. Like starting with the left turn, ignoring the left turn arrows and just going, and he's just completely run with it. Like he's never backed down off of it. He's only like become more emboldened in his stance as time goes on, and I think that's hilarious that he's really consistent with everything. But maybe the left turn arrow is a good example, I guess. But
what's funny is I was listening to today's podcast with Jonathan Kite, who's funny. He does what's his name?
He does a lot of impressions, I noticed.
He does. Yeah, he was in Two Broke Girls in a pizza shop, or what am I thinking? Two broke girls, or whatever. And
Two Girls in One Cup.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I'm.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
you just
yeah, I think
exposed me.
so.
You just exposed me. Hey.
Exposed. Good thing I'm
So
not on video. I can't see it.
exactly. Yeah. He. One of the callers said, "Oh. By the way," he goes. By the way, I just ran a red. He ran a red, and he's like, "Yeah, right on." Yeah.
Nice, just casual running red.
Yeah, and for the Corolla drinks, one of their drink I guess names, right, is what is it? Right on red.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty popular.
Very apt.
Yeah. Do you have any friends that you have either recruited or that you ever kind of had that in common, the Adam Carolla thing or
Fandom.
Dr. Drew? Yeah, fandom.
I really don't. And that's kind of funny because when I talk about, like, if I bring up Adam Carolla, it's just, oh, that dude from the Man Show, like, he's misogynist. Like, it's like, no, he's not. And if you actually listen to what he's saying, he's like the furthest thing from a misogynist. I wouldn't be listening to him if I thought he was, because that's tiring. But I don't really have any friends that listen to it, or know him or are fans. But my brother actually is a huge fan. So we kind of like, we're close in age. So we both grew up kind of listening to him. And he still checks out the podcast, and he's a huge fan of the Adam and Drew show.
Cool.
Still, so that's kind of the only person that I'm close with who have been. I don't know. It's just you can't really. He's not like a podcast that I think a lot of people who don't have like a history with Adam Carolla would just like get into. I mean, that's just what I've noticed with people. I'm sure he does because I know he gets new fans all the time. But it's just the people I know aren't really into that. So,
yeah, I think it's a pattern. Like a lot of us. That's why we've made friends with people on the group, because we can only talk to each other about the happenings and the shows and maybe some of those points of views. Because even at work, one time I received I think it was a Corolla package or a Corolla drinks package at work, and one of the guys that works here, he saw it. He goes, Carolla, Adam Carolla. He's like, I don't like him. I'm like, oh, you don't? He's like, yeah, he's he's homophobic and he's a misogynist, and I'm like, nah, I don't think he is. I don't think so. But I mean, I didn't really argue with them, but I kind of cited some examples, and then I kind of left it at that.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. But it's
almost like he has a cult following, like instead of a huge pop culture popularity, like someone like Joe Rogan, who everybody kind of gloms onto and listens to. I think Adam is more like you have to get him in the way he views the world in order to appreciate his contribution.
Oh, I definitely agree. Yeah. It takes
a higher level order of thinking to appreciate Adam. That's how I like to think about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Smart people.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's and kind of like you said, you liked his rants and some of these things where he kind of thinks up these just random things off nothing. That's why his unprepared thing is so good, because you literally can say anything to him and it'll kind of spark just like either a memory or opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay. Go ahead, Manny.
Yeah, I had a follow-up actually about your brother. Has he seen Adam live?
I think he has. I'm not entirely sure, though. I want to say he has at least once, but I don't know where, because he's kind of traveled around the U.S., so I think he's seen him maybe in like New York or somewhere.
Right.
But I'm not entirely sure. But we actually called one time to Loveline, like when I was young,
really?
16 or 17.
Okay.
And it was a somewhat, what does he call it, bogus call.
Oh,
damn it. Off the truth.
What was it that you asked?
So, and it was funny because it started off, we're waiting on hold, and my brother's like in the background saying something, and then all of a sudden I'm on the air, and I'm playing the Golden Girls in the background too. So he's like, "What's going on in the background?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I was watching a show while I was waiting." And then he heard my brother. He's like, "Who's that guy putting you up to this?" And I'm like, "No, it was just my brother, and I'm listening to a show." Anyways, let me get to my question. So, fortunately, I didn't have a smoke detector going off in the background, so I didn't.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The chirping. So, I said that I have a German teacher who was making inappropriate comments to me in German, but I have no way to prove it because nobody in like administration or whatever knows how to speak German. So there's like no way to prove it. And it's kind of true because the guy he was a bit of an asshole. Are we allowed to cuss on this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he was a bit of an asshole. So it would have been somewhat believable, but I just kind of went along with it. And their advice was, don't say anything, just get over it, get through the class. And if I do bring it up to management, or not management, like the principal or whatever, then that German teacher will put me on the first train to Auschwitz.
Wow.
So I should just let it go. And I was like, all right, Adam, I get it. And they actually played it, like within the last year or so, they played it on the classic Love Line that Giovanni puts out.
Yeah.
So I was like, this sounds familiar. And I'm like, oh shit, that was me. Like,
Do you have the episode,
have a copy of this.
the date, the number? We gotta check you out.
I could look it up. I don't have it up like with me right now, but I did save that specific episode. So yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to find it for us. Yeah.
Okay.
We would love
try
to
find the
listen.
timestamp.
Listen and post it. That'd be awesome.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah,
All
I've
right.
forgotten all about that.
Well,
That's
thanks for
awesome.
sharing. That's pretty cool.
That's my claim to fame.
That was your 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah, potentially getting put on a train to Auschwitz. I'll never forget that.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so you've never met him, but you have called. All right. Yeah. Okay, and then you're in the Portland area. Would you there's different events. There's the barbecue, the family barbecue, the cruises. Are you so busy that you can't ever travel to these things, or you always have something to do whenever he goes to town, but what if you go to him?
Yeah, I don't think I would do the cruise. That's kind of a huge commitment, but I'd probably do the family barbecue thing because that's near where he lives, right? Like somewhere in California.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's in
matter
Glendale.
of traveling down there.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. It's a pretty. Whenever I've gone, I usually stay like in the Burbank area usually, and it's pretty close. Not it's like a quick Uber drive. It's not a big deal, and it's fun whenever a lot of like-minded people show up and have fun, and all that. It's Manny's gone, and Chris has gone to a few, and some of the people commenting, "Be Frank, he's gone." It's always a fun time.
Going again this year. A few weeks,
Yeah.
weeks out. Yeah.
Less than a month, to go. It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Join us next year.
Yeah, you should. You should think about it.
Yeah, I should actually. That would be a bucket list item.
And it's not just dudes in a big sausage fest, so don't worry about that. It's a lot of ladies too. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that is good to know actually.
Oh,
and not
for
just Gina in a sausage fest. There's more diversity.
Oh yeah, they're right, Manny. There's a lot of ladies as well.
Yep, it's a good time. It's a good mix.
Yeah, good mix, and Adam and gang, Lynette, the lackeys, former lackeys. You'll bump into Sonny, which is always fun, and sometimes you see cool. Ray. Ray's always there. He's always fun.
Yeah, he's a good time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, okay, I have a question. So, okay, you agree with him on a few things. Is there anything yet that you don't agree with? Anything you disagree with?
Yeah. I mean.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear them all.
Well, the two main ones that kind of stick out are, and these kind of go back to like the Adam and Drew show, because that's really, and I've been binging those a lot lately, but they kind of become repetitive because all he talks about is COVID and masks and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But one of the facts, or one of the things on there is he kind of oversells, like I get the whole ivermectin thing. I'm in the pharmacy world, let's just put it that way. So I know all about ivermectin is routinely used in third world populations for basically deworming. Anytime like I go down there to do some medical relief work in Guatemala, and that is something that even if the people who come to see us for medications, even if all they're getting is vitamins, they get an ivermectin because it's just routine matter of course. Like it's not horse paste or whatever. It's not just strictly used for veterinary purposes. It's a human drug, and it is a drug that's used. I mean, I think it has other applications than just for parasitic infections and intestines. But I think he kind of oversells it as something that's a treatment for COVID, like a therapeutic, when it's not. And I think it's just kind of his, lack of knowledge of the medical world, because he's not a medical professional. So it makes sense.
Oh, for sure.
But I think he kind of needs to promote more of what Drew says on that, which is, yes, it does have certain applications, but no, it's not really good for COVID. So he kind of takes it too far the other way, So some people are like, ivermectin is a horse paste, whatever. And he's like, no, ivermectin should be used. It's not really that black and white. But I appreciate that he offers an alternative viewpoint, because it's not just for veterinary uses. So that's kind of one thing that sticks out, because it's like, I get he goes on rants and wants to like put a not contrarian viewpoint, but just the other side or a different side than what we're seeing in the media. But he also does kind of get it wrong, and he needs to be corrected on that. So that's one thing. Did you have a question?
I have family in Guatemala, so I might give them a call and see if they've tried it.
Oh, nice. They probably have. I mean, you kind of have to, like with the
maybe
water,
Tatum has interacted with them.
Yeah, maybe she has.
I could have dispensed them ivermectin.
Is Bautista, is that Filipino? Is that Hispanic? Where's that from?
It's Spanish.
Spanish, okay.
Yeah, it's Spanish and actually Portuguese it means Baptist. So
okay.
It is a common surname in the Filipino community, but that's because of the Spanish influence.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, so what is there any other hot topic that you disagree with him on?
Hot topic,
or just any topic that you kind of.
You said you had two. We heard one. What's the other?
Yeah, the other one that comes up kind of a lot, and it's like a weird take for him, is that he kind of I don't want to say justifies, but he goes on these like jags every once in a while where he's like, if a man goes and provides for his family, then he is entitled to, like, if he wants a blowjob from a Hooters waitress or whatever, then it shouldn't affect his family.
Oh, from a what you said?
Like a Hooters waitress or a hostess at
really?
TGI Fridays. Like he kind of, and again, this is more on the Adam and Drew show, so I don't know if there's really any crossover. So you might not hear it as much. It's not a constant thing, but it's kind of a weird hill that he kind of dies on a lot on that show. And it's like, but what I don't get is he's like so adamant about it. Like that means nothing. It's just like a one-time thing. And it shouldn't affect the family. And of course, Drew's like, well, any sort of stepping out is going to damage your relationship and your family, which I agree with. But he kind of goes like kind of to justifies it. But then on the other hand is like, I would never do that. And like, I'm not somebody who wants, something else from someone when I'm in a relationship.
Right.
So it's kind of like, then why are you like approving it? So
or why are you saying it? Do you think he's maybe
it's just
joking,
like a weird thing,
or he sounds more serious about it, like he's actually being serious?
Yeah, he sounds serious, like he really thinks like if a man is like doing his job, providing for his family, going out, and he uses the scenarios of being out of town, which is why he brings up like random hostesses at Ruby Tuesdays or whatever. That is perfectly fine for them to just kind of have like a one night thing or a blow job or whatever. It shouldn't mean anything. So it's just, I don't know. It's just like a pattern that I've noticed like over several years that you bring up quite a lot. But then on the other hand, is like, well, I would never step out. So I'm like, well, why do you defend it so harshly?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, you know, I've kind of play around with it when he says that when he would go to the restaurant and the waiter's gonna start putting pepper on his wife's salad or pasta, and he's like, whoa, hold up, men die first. Give me the pepper first, and then my wife can you know, get the pepper second. And
right.
I think it's funny.
About,
yeah, I think it's funny. I kind of agree, but it's funny, and of course you're not gonna really do that on a date,
right? Right.
But
or when he's like, if I'm paying for things, then I get your doggy bag.
Exactly.
That's the rule.
Yeah. Even though I am kind of like that with him, I'm all about the doggy bags. I'm sorry, but I don't. If there's a piece of meat or like a big piece of whatever food, I don't want to. First of all, I feel bad throwing it. I don't like waste, throwing it away. And then come on, you're paying for, you know, you just paid. But yes, if my friends, I'm not gonna take my friend's food like, here, give me the.
That
no,
would be insane.
I just want them to
like,
eat
even
it.
if you're paying for it. Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna eat it, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Eat it. If you're not gonna eat it, all right. Well, I want to take it. Give me a bag. I want to take it, or give me a little box. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So you listen to the show. Are you pretty much a daily listener?
Yeah. So I try to be. I kind of bounce around between different podcasts and catch up on one, and then I get a whole bunch that I need to catch up on the other. So right now I'm almost caught up with Adam's show. I'm on the French Stewart one, and I'm on the section where they're just now doing the news. So I haven't heard that full episode.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
the French.
That was a really good episode.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah. And then, like I said, today's is pretty funny as well with the guy from the two girls, one pizza show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, who are your some of your favorite guests on the show?
So I was thinking about this earlier. I really like when somebody is on, and it can be anyone that he's like attracted to. Like when he had Natasha Henstridge on.
Right.
I think he's really like at his game, like the peak of his game, and he's like on point and he's hilarious. So those stand out to me. And I can't remember any other specific ladies like that who he has on that he really performed for, but those types of episodes are really good. And then I like when what's his name? Greg Fitzsimmons is on the Fitz Dog. He's hilarious.
Dog is awesome.
How do you feel about
he's so funny.
What about well, you know what woman was on recently that I think she was a hit and she was funny, and I think she got a little flirty. You know the comedian Linnell?
Yes.
Linnell? Yeah, that was funny. And she
that
I'm sure she was
amazing.
kidding, but she was like flirty, and then I don't know. I'm sure he was blushing.
Responded.
I would have been blushing.
I'm sure she offered to blow him.
Yes. And I don't know if she was being serious. I know she's a comedian, but
I wouldn't doubt she would have gone for that. That was a really good one. I thought they were really funny together because she was not afraid to go there. Like not just with that, but just like giving him shit. Just like telling him to get over something. Like I can't remember what he was trying to find, but she's just like, get over it. Let's move on.
Oh, yeah. He was really trying to find that article from when he was in the improv troupe, and then it was like a review from some reviewer, and
right,
I think
exactly.
Yeah, Chris couldn't find it.
Yep.
Yeah, she was funny.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I'd love to see them do like a buddy cop movie. He's the straight laced cop, and she, that'd be great.
That would be so funny. Did you see him on Bill Maher?
I did not see. I saw just clips, but no, I didn't see it.
I haven't watched the full episode
You
yet.
should.
Meaning to.
It's. I watched it. I normally just listen to it because he does like a podcast version. It's just audio, but I actually watched it on YouTube. He was really good on that, and then he had what was her name? Donna Brazil, who's another woman of color who has like white hair or whatever. She was like all over Ace. She was touching his arm, like flirting, like she was going crazy over him. It was so funny.
Damn.
So those two together might be funny, like on their own podcast or whatever. It was a very unexpected pairing.
That's I got to watch it. I think it was on today's pod. They kind of did some audio clips of that show. I like the part where Donna Brazil mentioned something about Joe Biden running again, and he said, I think we're just worried about him walking," which I just laughed out loud. Yeah,
he was good. He got a lot of laughs from the crowd too, and it kind of, because I was a little worried about him, because I mean, I don't know if you listened to Bill Maher, but his political show is very politically oriented. Like everybody knows what the hell they're talking about. And Adam, like, obviously knows some political stuff, but he's not like a insider. So I was a little worried for him, but it was more lighthearted than it usually is. So
awesome. Okay, that's listen. Yeah, I used to listen or watch a lot when it was when he did Politically Incorrect. I used to watch it all the time on Comedy Central. What about do you like Kyle Dunnigan? I went to see him last Friday night. I think he's hilarious. I'm a fan.
I love when he's on the show, and I had to look him up on Instagram because I mean his impressions are amazing. But I had to look at those videos he does. Like, have you seen those? Those have me laughing my ass off. Like,
he's got a team.
Crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, he's got a show on. Have you seen the YouTube one where he did a space show where it was Ben Shapiro, it was Bill Maher, Michael Jackson, and some other ones. It's hilarious.
That's hilarious. I need to watch that. Like, when he does obviously Joe Biden, and then he did one that was Nancy Pelosi. It was so like spot on, but he's good.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's very good. All right. Okay. I don't know if Manny, you got. I had a question about. Since you're pretty much a diehard listener, I think. Do you have fun with the drops? Do you like the drops? Do you have any favorite drops that Bald Brian does? Do you have any where you just laugh whenever he does it?
I mean, I like all of Bald Brian's stuff. I know he's a controversial figure himself. A lot of people think he's like smug and an asshole, but I think he's hilarious. Like, he is smug or whatever, but that's part of his charm. So I love him. I think he's funny, but
I think he knows he's smug.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like self-aware, and he makes me laugh. But I like it when he does those morning zoo stuff, like the turkeys gobbling or whatever. It's just so like wacky and absurd and silly. I just love that. Like, I mean, all of them are, but I like that. I missed the one I don't think he's done it in a while, but I think it was Danny Bonaducci where he's like, that dude is yoked. But he doesn't do that anymore. I thought that was a good one. And then some of like the older like Will Arnett stuff, you know, where he's like, in a world where, and then he goes off like,
oh yes,
I mean, all of them are pretty spot on. So
definitely.
Are there any guests that when you see them, you're just any guests you don't like, essentially?
No, not really. I mean, I used to not like Benny Tortorich, actually. He was kind of like, I didn't really know what to make of him for a while, but the more he came on, the more he like became endearing. So
What initially
kind of the only
rubbed you the
one.
wrong way?
I
Him
don't
saying
know. Like,
pussy.
I think it's yeah. He just kind of sounded smarmy or something, like talking about dieting, and it's just all stuff I don't pay attention to in general. Like, I'm not trying to humble brag or whatever, but I've never had like a weight issue, so I don't care about keto or like dieting or whatever he's normally talking about.
Right.
So that in between with how he kind of criticizes what people do eat, like it just kind of was like, who cares? But the more that he kind of was on and loosened up and talked about other stuff, I think the turnaround for him was, I think it was like over the summer when they talked about, they kept asking people about, would you rather have a threesome with 2 5s, like people who equal a 10
Right.
or a 9 or whatever?
Yeah.
And then Benny, I can't remember what he answered, but his answer was like, well, I already did that. Or I don't know what he said, but it was really
Yeah.
funny, like, and unexpected. And he finally like kind of loosened up. So
yeah.
Benny was probably one, but like now there's nobody that I see and I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to this.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not one of those. What's funny is because in the group, right on the Facebook page, you have people that are lean more towards the right, and then you have people that lean more towards the left. So whenever Adam might have, let's say, I don't know, what's the Detroit guy, the rocker guy. Anyways, or let's say he had what's Donald Trump Jr.
Oh, Ted
on,
Nugent.
Ted Nugent. All right. So we got the left people complaining, oh, Adam's so right, blah, blah, blah. And then he might have someone like Bill Maher or another person on the left. It's like you can't win with some people, but I like the fact that he will have people on both sides or the middle or the left, the right. And I don't know, just make up your mind or make your own opinion on what you're listening to. And if you don't want to, you can just skip that episode. You don't have to complain about it.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm not asking you about your politics. We can get into different things and not ask you, oh, who'd you vote for? Okay, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, that's what I do like about, like you said, if he was having like good chemistry with Donna Brazil, it's not like he went there, because I think she kind of leans more to the left, right? She did the CNNs and MSNBC, but you're not going to go to the show and sit next to Donna Brazil and be like, hey, yo, you supported, Joe Biden. I don't want to sit next to you. It's like, what are we, 5 years old? Cooties,
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, if you're listening to Adam, like, you should realize by now he'll have anybody on. Like, like,
and I'm sure,
just enjoy the show for what it is. Like, even if you don't like that person or you think you have an idea of what this person is, like, he had on, I think, Ben Shapiro a while ago, and I had never heard. I've heard of Ben Shapiro, but I didn't know anything about him. Okay. So listening to it was like, I'll just listen and see what he has to say. I was struck by his actual voice. It was like a little high pitched, and it sounded funny to me. But but the stuff he was saying was like, he doesn't sound like a complete lunatic. If you actually sit there and listen to what he's saying, and then it's kind of the same for other people. So
the thing about Ben Shapiro,
anybody you have on.
If you're gonna listen to Ben Shapiro, you have to listen to him on like half speed because he talks so fast. But he talks very fast. I don't know if Manny. I think Manny had a.
Yeah, I have a very personal question to ask. So brace yourself.
Okay.
Do you hang your toilet paper over or underhand?
Oh, that's your question? That's nothing. No, overhand. The way it should be. You?
Overhand.
And what about Robbie?
Shoot. Under. I'm an under guy.
Oh,
doesn't it just like keep rolling and rolling if you put it that way, though?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, under, right? It's like, I don't know. I grab it and then like I like just sometimes I pull it quickly. Like, the game with the tablecloth and you pull and the plate stays still. That's me with the toilet paper. I just kind of pull
Oh,
quickly.
okay.
Yeah, because I'm a busy
For a
man.
magic trick.
Yeah, I'm a mover and shaker. I don't have time to fold and slowly. I just kind of pull quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a very aggressive
So
man. I'm learning.
yeah, with my in the toilet, I am. I am. I am.
All right. I also have a follow up question. Then we got a Mary Fuck Kill co-host edition. Your options are
Oh God.
Dr. Drew, Mark Garagos, or Eric Stromer.
Oh,
And
great. I
Eric
thought you were
Stromer.
talking about us. So okay, good.
No, no.
Who's
Okay.
Eric Stromer?
Ace on the House. They do
Oh,
the home improvement.
hold on. I need to look him up.
He used to be an
Um,
actor, right?
Was he? I didn't know that.
Or I think he's acted, but I
he's
mean, who hasn't acted?
61.
He's 61. Wow.
He does not look that old. I'm looking at some images. He's like a blonde, shaggy hair dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like surfer style, I think.
Well, okay. So marry Dr. Drew, fuck this guy, and Eric Stromer, and I guess kill Mark Arago. Sorry, Mark.
Oh. Oh yeah, you will get to meet if you Mark Garagos will usually be at these barbecue things
He was at
for a little
last
bit.
year's. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that last year. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, was he?
But
That's cool.
yeah,
I
but
bet he's fun.
he was like VIP. Yeah. Speaking of lawyers, have you guys been catching up with the Johnny Depp, trial?
No, all I really hear is like secondhand takes from from other podcasts. But yeah,
Yeah,
But whenever
same. I
yeah,
don't.
whenever I'm on the computer,
Yeah.
I'll have like YouTube in the background and then I'll be watching like clips. And I don't know when it's over. I mean, I hope it's over soon, but I feel like it's the OJ Simpson of our day, of our era. Except he didn't kill anybody.
Right.
But
But it's over absurdities if you really think about it. Like I get
Yeah.
thinks his career's over, but I think whatever he's doing now, like this whole trial, is just. I mean, I guess it depends on if society finds him favorable or not. Which,
Yeah.
according to all the commentary I've seen, everybody thinks she's just like an evil witch and he's a
Yeah.
victim. I think it's probably split a little closer to that. I think they both have their faults.
yeah,
I don't think
for sure.
he's a perfect innocent angel. And I think him doing this whole thing is just a complete cry for attention and totally narcissistic, to be honest. But I haven't really paid attention to the ins and outs because I don't care. He's not like my favorite actor, and I don't know what she's been in. So it's just kind of in the periphery.
Yeah. I've been fascinated, to be honest with you. I think he, in a way, like she, I guess, released, photos and like an article, op-ed about him, doing things to her and beating her or whatever. And obviously he says that it's not true. So this case is a defamation case. And I think she's countersuing him for, he was suing her for $50 million. She's countersuing him for $100 million. But I feel like whether he wins or loses, I think he kind of just wants to stick it to her. And it's, it's one of those like believe all women cases. Right now we're seeing some inconsistencies on her side, I think. So obviously, if you beat women, you're an asshole. So you shouldn't do that. That's not nice. But if you don't,
Right.
and if you don't do any of that, then dude, defend yourself. Yeah. Get out there.
Yeah. And I think what like kicked off this whole thing and what I found interesting, because I did at one point kind of look into where this all originated. And you're right, it was like from some sort of article where she alleged abuse. But then these other people were stating the time frame she was talking about was not when she was with him. It was actually when she was with Elon Musk, of all people.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't think she actually named names. I think people like deduced it was supposed to be Johnny Depp. And I'm sure she didn't clarify if she didn't mean it was Johnny Depp. Like, she just let people think what they thought. And yeah, he did suffer some consequences as a result. I think lost some contract, or I don't know what happened, but I think it did result in him losing jobs and then having his name publicly smeared as a wife beater. But then he went on to sue her in, I think, England, and they threw the case out. And I think he's tried to sue her somewhere else too, and they threw that out. So this is like the third time, but now it's in the U.S. And now it's just because it's the U.S. and our celebrity culture of worshiping them just spiraled out of control. And
for sure,
the mix between, like you said, the whole like believe all women, but then if she didn't do it, then she just did a huge disservice to all of that. Like,
for sure, definitely, and
so
that
it's just all
that deserves. It is a mess. You know, I thought about it. He's like the Michael Jackson trial of our generation. Remember how that one time Michael? Remember, I keep on changing it.
Ranch.
Yeah, remember how he got on top of the SUV and he was like waving at people? Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Johnny Depp right now.
Was that the same time when he put his kid outside of the balcony? His kid covered in a blanket or whatever, or was that a different thing?
I don't know, but yeah,
that might have been later on.
Yeah, that was his nickname, right? Blanket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little on the nose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Well, enough
the
about
fact that they're suing for. Yeah, just one thing though. They're suing for 500 million, 100 or 550 million, 100 million. It's like, this is all absurd. And as Adam would say, we're officially out of problems, and this is why the terrorists hate us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a follow-up then. Who was your favorite news girl between Teresa, Allison, and Gina?
I'm gonna have to say my girl T.
Yeah.
Definitely. T all the way. She's the OG. She's like perfect. So she was the most ideal I think you could get, just because she's, was the one. Actually, was she the first one that started when he did that radio show, or was it somebody else? And then I can't remember.
I think they did have a few other auditions, some other news girls, but yeah, T's the one that stuck.
Yeah, like when he had that radio show, the morning show or whatever. Yeah, she's definitely like the best one he's ever had. I like Gina though. She's cool. I think if we can't have T, then Gina's awesome. I know she's controversial. A lot of people can't stand her, especially on that Facebook page. But she's like, what's so bad about her? She's like on point. She does good news stories. She contributes. She's not like a pushover. I don't know why people have an issue with her.
Yeah, I think the people that are more politically on the right, I think those are the ones that have a problem with her, because she is very left. I feel, especially if you follow her on Instagram, she'll post and Twitter. She'll post a lot of her opinions, and but again, it goes back to what we were saying. Like, if you can not agree with her and still think they're cool people or whatever. If you ever meet her in person, she's always very friendly, like super.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just tell. I think she's fundamentally a good person. So I always like her on there, and I like her laugh. She makes me laugh whenever she just cackles.
Yes. I think it's hilarious. Some people find it
annoying.
I love it. I think it's funny. It makes me laugh.
I know. It's like, I don't know. I just like Gina. She's cool. She's funny. She's like somebody you could hang with.
Yeah. And yeah, they make a good, the three of them, a good trio, because they're, bald. Yeah. He's got his funny stuff. He's got his drops. He's sarcastic. And then she also, she practices on her bits, and you can tell that she's working on her impressions, and whenever it's
Mhm.
like Dolly Parton, or what's the law lady from CNN?
Oh,
I forget the
Nancy.
name. Nancy Grace, right?
Nancy Grace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
like Adam says, "Oh, what about you, Nancy?" And she's like, "Oh yeah," like she'll think of cases off the top of her head, and she'll be quick about it.
Oh yeah, she's on
So
it. And like the whole Britney Spears thing was funny too, and her Midwestern mom character that
Oh, that's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
my favorites.
laughing.
Yeah.
When they were doing some like sex scene reenactment and she was
Yes.
doing that voice, I
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
crying laughing. I actually had to tweet her. I was like, I have not laughed this hard in years, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
She's like, I aim to please.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
what's kind
really
of
care
cringe?
for Allison as much.
Oh yeah, what's cringe, but not from her. It's she'll share the tweets sometimes. Uh-oh, this doesn't work. She'll share the tweets sometimes where guys will criticize what either she's wearing or her looks, and
What?
it's like some very
Oh,
like
God.
beta,
Some petty shit.
yeah, some petty stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
dude,
some
why?
bullshit.
Yeah. These, 40, 45, 50-year-old men, who might be married are over here criticizing Gina on, or some, random with like no profile picture,
Exactly. They have a
But
name for a profile picture, and we're supposed to take them seriously.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, it's kind of annoying. I'm sure it gets her, I'm sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
because thinks she's a sensitive person, so that's understandable.
Yeah.
Hella
We don't have
sensitive
to-
from what we've garnered.
I have a question
like
for you
her?
regarding you. Okay, so you listen to Adam and Drew, obviously ACS. Any other podcasts in the Corolla universe that you listen to?
The only other one I have that I haven't listened to forever is the legal one he does with Mark Garagos. I can't remember the name of it.
Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, that's one I'll like save up for months and then binge it, but I haven't listened for a long time. It can be a little hard to get through because I feel like they do a ton of ads and stuff, and then the audio sucks a lot of the time. So it's just kind of one I don't listen to like every single week, but those are the 3 Corolla Universe podcasts that I listen to. I haven't heard the other ones.
Cool. All right.
Like Ace on the House and all that. So.
Yeah, there's Ace on the House. There's he's got the Car Cast, right?
Yep. Take a knee.
Take a Knee. Sonny has his podcast with former Lackey Gabe, the Benchwarmers. Emmy and Jennifer
And Haley.
they have the Lady Lackeys, which is fun podcast. Emmy's been practicing on the drops,
Okay.
so that's pretty cool too.
Let's not forget the Boba Boys.
Water cooler. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard of all these. I just haven't had a chance to listen. And I know that some of them are just kind of more geared towards stuff I don't have interest in. So that's why I don't listen to like CarCast and Ace on the House and the Take a Knee and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But I was wondering who Emmy was. So thanks for clearing that up, because I did hear him talk to somebody named Emmy, like on the Adam and Drew show. And I thought he was talking to Matt, because Matt kept responding. And I was like, is that a nickname for Matt? Like Fondelier? Or is there somebody named Emmy over there? Because I hadn't heard. So that solved the mystery, another unsolved mystery.
Yeah, I think he's been moving up, and you can tell. I feel like you can tell his producing. He's one of the producers, and he does producing for Adam, and he produces the Lady Lackeys. But he's also obviously Olga, right?
Yeah, Olga.
Okay, yeah. So Olga, Emmy is Olga's son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then so his wife is she's a hairstylist, Paola, and then we would say Paola.
Yeah.
But she does Gina's hair a lot, and some other people. But she's it's a family thing over there.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know
Yeah.
it's quality people over there because
I
everybody's like intertwined.
I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, all right, man. I think Manny had a question. He was going to ask something a minute ago, but I interrupted him.
I do. Don't worry about it. What's your favorite? Do you have a list of Tool tunes?
um, a list. I don't know. I have to look on my phone. The one that really stands out that I listen to whenever it comes on, even I guess it's the definition of a Tool tune is wild. No, what is it? It's by Iggy Pop. It's like Wild Child or something like that.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard it. It's Real Wild Child by Iggy Pop is my number one Tool tune.
Okay. I might have to do some a little bit of research because I'm not too familiar with all his entire catalog.
Yeah, I think it's his most famous song. So I'm sure if you look, you'll recognize it whenever you look it up.
Okay. Right on. Well, we're here just trying to get to know our guests some more. Wait, what are some of your interests outside of the podcast? Like, what do you do when you're not working or heading out to third world countries and giving horse pace medicine or whatever it is?
Well, let's see. Well, I live in the Northwest, so gotta say the number one thing, which is true, hiking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into hiking all over the place. I do a lot of like road trips around the area, like all up and down the coast, to the mountains, to the deserts out here. We have it's called the high desert. It's not like the Sahara, what you might expect, but I think, do you live in California, both of you, or?
Both of us, yeah.
Just
I'm in
different parts.
So
San Francisco area. He's in LA area.
Okay. So there's like the desert area here is kind of like what Palm Springs is, but it's a little higher elevation, but it's that type. So there's like a lot of rivers and stuff. So like to do kayaking, just anything outdoors. I like to be outdoors like as much as I possibly can.
So big into camping, I
travel. Yeah, I like to camp. I haven't been in a while though, but that is a hobby, I would say.
Okay.
Have you had any encounters with a Bigfoot in those areas? I hear he's pretty big in those areas.
He's big, and that's the whole reason I go out camping and hiking is to find Bigfoot. And I have not found him, unfortunately. So I'm still on that quest. But I do know people who swear up and down that they've seen him. So it's a thing. It's an accepted fact out here. Folklore.
I'm kind of not kidding. But so you're being serious, right? He is kind of a thing in those areas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over. Like there's stickers everywhere. Like Bigfoot, people have them on their stickers as or their cars as like bumper stickers.
Yeah.
A lot of Bigfoot themes like restaurants and just everything. Wow. It's just like within the culture. Like everyone knows there's Bigfoot.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that's look. I'm one of those like Fox Mulder types. I want to believe,
X-Files.
But X-Files. Yeah. I'd love to see something, but but I do like all that weird stuff. I like camping whenever I can, hiking for sure. I love all that stuff, and the woods, the forests. I'm into the rivers and the lakes. Whenever I can, I'm into all that. Yeah, I do. And then of course, the campfire stories. I'm into kind of creepy, scary stories and weird stuff. Sure.
So am I. I love all that. X-Files is one of my favorite shows. I want to see a UFO. I've actually seen a UFO, I should say.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, please tell us.
I got that going for me.
Okay. Where were you? And what? Yeah.
How old were you?
It was probably about 10 years ago. So I was like 27. Okay. At a lake up here in Oregon.
Is it known for a lot of UFO encounters?
No, actually it's not. There are some areas around here that are known for UFOs, and those are also the places that are known for Bigfoot. So a lot of people think there's a correlation between UFOs and Bigfoot. I don't know what that is, but it's yeah, it's a lot of like Native American folklore also addresses that. But this place I was at,
even some people say that, they say, how come you don't see Bigfoot ever or Bigfoot bones? Some people say, well, they might be interdimensional beings that can travel, So I'm like, okay, well, anyways. So, okay.
No,
so
that's
where were
true.
you?
Because people,
right?
Well, yeah, because people who see them say they walked and then all of a sudden it was gone. Like it just walked into another dimension. So there could be something to that. But as far as that UFO, so it was at a lake, doing some just sky watching, like it was a meteor shower or something.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's another thing I like to do is like watching the sky and seeing all the planets and stuff. But was there and just kind of hanging out. It was about 10:30 at night, and just looking over the lake, and all of a sudden this enormous like ball of light showed up, and it just kind of showed up across the lake, but like right in front of where I was standing, started like undulating, like moving rapidly in place, and then it just kind of fell down from the sky and just disappeared into nothing. So skeptics might say that it was a satellite or something else that just kind of got trapped in the atmosphere and then faded out. But I don't think satellites travel like that, because usually they're literally just orbiting around the Earth and they're much further than this light was. So it wasn't like a flying saucer, like where you could see like a craft or whatever, but it was just a huge ball of light that just appeared, kind of vibrated for a little bit, and then just faded into nothing. So that's my UFO encounter.
Wow,
and I choose to believe.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm a believer that this world has a lot of weird stuff that we can't explain. Have you heard of this?
Does.
Yeah, there's a writer. Have you heard of this man? His name is David Paulides. He wrote a book.
Missing 411.
Yes.
Never heard of him.
No,
I'm kidding. I love him.
Yeah,
I love his books.
Yeah,
yes.
me too. He also has a YouTube channel and everything.
And a documentary.
And a couple documentaries. One is called, I think, just Missing 401, and the other one is called Missing 401: The Hunted, where there's different stories on missing hunters that are found.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, they're found. Sometimes their clothes are found neatly placed, on like next to a rock, and their body might be found somewhere else, or they might be found somewhere else. There's another document. The other documentary is about missing kids, and sometimes they talk about how a bear walked with them to this ridge or whatever, or sometimes they will find a kid all the way up over the hill where the next day, where a kid that 5-6 years old, that age, could never get to that point, and they'll kind of find them in mysterious areas or not find them. And he's a former police officer, and he tells a lot of interesting stories and interviews people. He's like a journalist, but he's an investigator, I would call him.
Yeah, I really like his work. And with the kids specifically too, I remember two things. Like one, he would say a lot of them would be wearing like really neon bright colored clothing, which seemed to attract whatever's taking them or whatever. And then when they were found, they would have like their feet were just like in pristine condition. Like they weren't walking up miles and miles. Like that was interesting. But I loved his books. I actually took a trip down to the Redwood Forest like a couple of years ago. And that's near where the Patterson-Gimlin, that infamous Bigfoot film, was shot, because I want to see Bigfoot. But I took the book down there and started reading all the stories about the missing people in that specific county. So that was a little bit of a freak out session, but I liked it.
That's awesome. No, I think he has a book about Bigfoots as well. And sometimes, yeah, it's called. I don't know if it's called the Hoopa Project, Bigfoot Encounters in California. Yeah,
Okay. I
Hoopa,
haven't heard that one. I'll have to
HOOPA.
look that up.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Yeah, I kind of figured you might be into that. And yeah. Anyways, I don't want to veer off. But we're getting to know you and Acehole, so that's we have different interests. That's pretty cool.
No, this took an interesting turn. I
Yeah.
like it, but I want to
Yeah.
take it one step back. What are some of your favorite X-Files episodes? Because I'm also a huge fan of that show.
I really like the one, and blanking on the name right now, but they're go to a HOA place called Arcadia, and they pretend to be a married couple named the Petries.
And there's like a
there's
demon around or like some giant bug, or I don't know what the fuck it is.
yes, it's like some giant golem type creature that was like willed into existence by the HOA people who were pissed that people didn't follow their rules.
Yes.
So it was like this giant mud creature, and if you didn't like put your garbage cans away in time, then it would come for you. And so
awesome.
They went down to that town or that like neighborhood to investigate, and that was, I think it was, their name were Rob and Laura Petrie. They played like a married couple. That was one of my favorite ones. I also like the one, and I cannot remember his name. I think he was the dad or something on Everybody Loves Raymond, whoever that guy was.
The old guy, right?
Yeah, where it's like whatever his name was on the show, it's like Final Repose. Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose. That's what it was called.
Okay.
It's where a grumpy old
Peter
man
Boyle
says with psychic. Yeah, I don't know what else he was in. I know he's like a famous actor, but I don't know. But yeah, he plays like a psychic basically, who knows when somebody's going to die. And that was one of my favorite ones. Yeah, Peter Boyle. I can't think of any other ones right now. I like the first one, the very first episode, because that actually takes place in a coastal town in Oregon.
Oh, no shit.
Cool.
It's kind of, yeah, it's a fictional town. The name of it, it's not real, but it's based in Oregon, and it has all the elements of what it's like to live out here. So,
okay.
Yeah, the very first episode is good. What are some of yours?
Anything? Oh shit. I mean,
I can. Well, Manny thinks of one. I can tell you one that I love. There's so many because I'm a major X-Files fan. But the one one of my favorites that sticks out is called Bad Blood, and it's with that kid from The Sandlot, the curly-haired redhead kid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The catcher. He's a vampire, and it's a funny episode. It's a funny episode. A lot of those episodes had its humor, where I guess in the lore, right, in the vampire lore, one of the things I guess I think they're OCD, or in this episode they were. And Fox Mulder, I think it was Fox. Yeah, it was Fox. He was drugged and he was like half paralyzed, and the vampire was about to bite him. So he saw a box of toothpicks on the nightstand, and what he did was he knocked over the box of toothpicks, and then the vampire looks at him. He's like, why'd you go and do that? Now he had to go and pick them all up.
That was so weird.
Yeah. So he was able to escape. So,
okay.
So I remember that scene. I remember it was so awesome. And I'm sure
that's the one with Luke Wilson.
Oh, yes.
Where he's a sheriff.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he was a vampire as well, right? I think.
Yeah,
maybe
and
not.
I think he was like Scully liked him, or he liked Scully or something. There was like some weird like romantic angle to that. Yeah, yes. I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was a good
one. That
one
was a good episode. Another episode that I can remember right now. Again, I remember the first episode because I was so excited and because I like all that weird stuff. But I know I got some flack maybe because it wasn't that good compared to the other ones. But the very last season, which was like the 10.5 or something like that, or it was maybe five episodes. Did you watch the last season, Tatum?
Yeah, I've watched all of them several times.
You watch them. Okay, so remember that episode where they go to a restaurant? I think Fox was hungry, and he called Dana. Hey, Dana, Scully, you hungry? You want to go to the restaurant? Okay, sure. They go. They're the only people there. The food is automated. There's no waiters. The food comes up to you in this little pod, and it's all robots. It's all robotic. So when it was time for, and I think I even mentioned this episode on the show. So when it was time for him to pay, he paid with his card, but he did not tip because it was just robots. There was nobody there. It was just robots. He didn't tip. Okay, so then no tip. The doors locked on them. Throughout the whole episode, the robots tried to kill them until finally he was given the option to tip. So when he finally tipped, at the end, the screen said, "Thank you for tipping," and the doors just unlocked and they walked away.
Yes, I totally remember that.
So
that was on the season that came out in like 2018. That like kind of like a reboot of it.
That's right. Yeah.
It was like, yep.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
So there were so many. One. Yeah.
I know. They're all so good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like whether it's the monster of the week or like the full arc. Yeah. Well, it's hard to choose.
Well, you know what series sort of imitated X-Files? I'm sure many of them did, from Supernatural to whatever. But I was also a big Smallville fan, and they had their episodes where it was the monster of the week or the superpowered whatever guy of the week that, Kryptonite created their powers, So it's, some people took their tips from the X-Files, many shows, I'm sure. So.
Exactly. I think it revolutionized a lot of that, like sci-fi stuff, and it was a good influence. But you know what influenced that, and what's actually my favorite show is
Twin Peaks.
I
knew it.
Yeah.
I was getting total Twin Peak vibes from you.
Yeah.
Nice job from the mole man.
Yeah, I'm intuitive like that.
Yeah. I like it.
And wasn't David
Twin Peaks?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, wasn't David Duchovny?
He played a cross-dressing FBI agent, I think it was.
Yep. Yep. His name was Denise something. It used to be Dennis, and then he went transgender and went by Denise. So yeah, exactly. Awesome. David Duchovny was in that. That was before the X-Files. So I like to think Twin Peaks kind of influenced the X-Files, which then went on to influence countless other things.
It's David Lynch, right?
Yeah.
Yep, David Lynch.
Yeah. So definitely got to thank David Lynch for the X-Files and some other weird stuff out there, like Eraserhead.
Exactly. The original Doom.
Yeah, exactly. That's all this stuff is stuff like Adam, he's not into the sci-fi, I think he probably just watches it with Sonny, the superhero movies with Sonny, but we like it.
He'll humor him, but he's not like into it.
Exactly. So I don't know, Mo Man, if you had any other questions. I don't want to keep you too long, but I think it's been fun having you, and we definitely next time we get the camera back on your on your laptop or your phone or whatever, we gotta we gotta do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a whole new setup.
Totally. Maybe we could do like a X-Files Twin Peaks themed episode next time too.
I would love to. I really would.
That would be amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I am so down for that. And I have to get I've been working from home for the past few years, and they just now started requiring us to be on video. So they're going to send us some equipment. So I'd be happy to use my work's equipment to go on a podcast. I don't think they'll have a problem with that.
No, I don't think they will.
No, I don't think so. I'm at work right now. This is my conference room.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The new normal.
Yeah. So I don't know, Mo Man, if we had a few questions. We've
No, I think we've covered a good amount of ground. I think all that's left is just to give out the plugs for everyone at home.
Okay, well, I hope Tatum, I hope you had a good time.
Yes.
Absolutely. This was a really good time.
Yeah. By the way, be frank. Me. Oh no problems. Be frank on the comments. He did say, "Oh yeah, I am a Smallville fan." He watched. We called the monster episodes Lizard Man episodes. He was in love with. Kristen Crook. Oh, Lana Lang. Anyways,
Oh,
we
speaking
can,
of
yeah.
B Frank, before I forget, I hung out with him and Addie over the weekend. They were in town to check out Adam at the Sea Legs out in Newport or Huntington Beach, wherever it was. So
Yeah, that was at the beach, right?
yeah, we hung out, went to get some drinks and some food. It was a good time. A little
Yeah,
quick
awesome.
get together. So shout out to them. Shout
Awesome.
out to Kwana as well. Miss you, girl.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Well, again, we got to thank our special guest Tatum for being on with us. We definitely appreciate you coming on.
I'm
Now,
very happy to have come on. Thank you.
awesome. I'm gonna give our socials. I don't know if you have any Instagram or Twitter that you want to promote or give out. If you want to add people, or if you want to keep it to yourself, it's up to you. I'm gonna give out our socials right now, and then I'm gonna follow up with you and see if you have any. If you guys want to follow us on Instagram, our Instagram account is at Endless Ranters Podcast. At Endless Ranters Podcast. If you want to check us out on Twitter, it's just at Endless Ranters. For those that want to join in on the conversation and share memes and videos and kind of chat throughout the week, if you're bored at work, check us out on Facebook at our private Facebook group, the Endless Ranters Podcast. You'll probably have to answer a couple questions, but don't worry. As long as we know that you're cool and not a bot, we'll let you in. We missed Chris. Chris was not able to join us today, but if you want to, follow him on Twitter, his handle is at Grateful Red 1. That's the number 1 at Grateful Red 1 for Chris. If you want to check out Mo Man on Instagram or Twitter, it's at How We Figure. How We Figure. Also check out How We Figure podcast. Check them out right there. For those of you that want to check me out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff at Robbie Spotlight. I'm mostly on I like Instagram a lot, but yeah, I'm on all of those at Robbie Spotlight. And also, Tatum, I don't know if you got one to share with us.
If you want to go on Instagram, you can look me up. My name is Shady_Pines_Ma. MAA, Shady Pines Ma. That's all Shady I have Pines on Instagram. I'm not on anything else really.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. Well, I don't know if Moman, you want to send us out or got anything to say?
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks everyone for listening, subscribing, supporting. We'll be back next week, hopefully with the entire crew in tow. Until next time, take care of everyone. Take care of yourselves. This is Mo Man saying, get it on.
This is Robbie, get it on. And that was Tatum. She said, get it on.
Get it on. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. And cut.
Good times.
All right. Right on for those. B Frank. Right on for you being on.
Yeah. Thank you to Monkey's Uncle and B Frank.
Yeah. All right. Tatum, you still on with us?
Yeah. You want me to drop off?
No, you don't have to drop off. I'll probably head out in a minute. But again, it was awesome having you on. I'm sorry we weren't. We didn't. I don't know, the whole camera thing and me. My little snafu. I've got my my laptop right here, but no battery. So had to improvise.
At least it lasted the whole time.
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
always a good thing.
And that's awesome. I'm gonna have to chat with you one of these days. David Politis. I used to watch his YouTube channel a lot. Canem Project is his I think his show or something like that. A lot of interesting stuff from him.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's on a lot of podcasts too. He does a lot of interviews, and he's always a really good guest and an interesting person. So that's awesome that you're also a fan. Yeah,
I am. I've talked about him here. Oh, another guy that you might want to check out, and he is a fan. If you ever watch like YouTube shows, he's a former U.S. Navy SEAL. His account is Mr. Ballin. And it's I don't know if I forget his first name, but it's MB, and his last name is Allen. So that's why Mr.
NBA.
Ballin. Yeah, Mr. Ballin. And he tells stories, and he'll illustrate them, or he'll show pictures or videos. And he would sometimes kind of tell some missing 411 stories and another stuff.
Oh.
He's got a podcast and a YouTube channel. It's fun. It's fun.
Okay. Yeah,
You
I'll
might
have to
like
look him up. I haven't heard of him before. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Do you own a telescope?
Cool. I do. Yes.
Okay.
I
Well,
actually
there you
have a
go.
couple telescopes.
Wait, what?
A couple telescopes.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to navigate or using the stars?
Not specifically. I may be able to figure it out in a pinch, but no, I'm not like trained on star navigation.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
Okay.
That's kind of a cool idea, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the constellations?
Yes, I am.
What's your sign? I'm just kidding.
I knew this was going to turn this way. Do you know anything about signs? Because if you do, you
I
can
don't.
take a guess. Because
I don't.
darn.
I don't.
I'm a Cancer. It's the crab of the zodiac. So, what
Why
are
are you so
guys?
crabby?
A hard shell with soft innards
Oh,
is how I roll.
I feel that. Scorpio.
I'm a Taurus.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get crab or Cancers get along with both of those signs swimmingly.
Cool.
So
I'm supposed to be stubborn, I guess. I don't know. I
yep,
don't know. That's
it's
what I
the
hear.
bull of the zodiac.
Right? Yeah. All right. Well, we got to have you on again one of these days.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
I'll figure out
Yeah.
my camera situation and we'll be
Awesome.
official. Hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Well, we've
Plan
we've
something.
had we've had a few people on multiple times, so that's always fun. Yep.
Cool.
All
Well,
right,
let me
Tatum.
know. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Thank you both.
Yeah.
I really appreciate this.
No,
Cool.
yeah, it was a
No.
pleasure. Awesome getting to know you, and can't wait to have you back on again soon.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
Well, have a good night, gentlemen.
You as well.
You too. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Manny.
All right, Robbie.
Right on.